You should live in pain, brutal and merciless. The air screams of the helpless folks, the levelings of chaos. Your control has to end. I will bring a death and fear to punish you, or expose your betrayal. My revenge will come true. You fucking framed me, so you should suffer now. Nobody cares for me. I don't get you anyhow. I will send you straight to hell, straight to hell. I am immortal, fucking restless. I am the god of war.
Hello, welcome. This is Jose.
Hello.
Moncho from Cuentame, USA. I got a new interview. Yes, I do. It's the second one of the year. And I'm happy. It's an early morning.
Me too. I'm excited.
It's an early morning in the United States, here in the eastern side of the country. So today I have a violinist from, I think she's from the United States, but she plays in a band from Switzerland named Infinitas.
Infinitas, yes.
And her name is Savannah Childers?
Childers, yeah.
Childers, right? So she's, I believe, she's probably in the Switzerland right now, aren't you, Savannah?
Yeah, I'm in Switzerland right now. I live in Switzerland, and it's a bit later than I think Europe. It's super early now at your time.
Yeah,
I actually have to really, who wants to do it that early? Isn't it?
I wake up early. I got nothing to do, you know.
Okay, well, that's great for me. So yeah, I grew up in the States and moved to Switzerland when I was about 10. And yeah, now I'm living in Switzerland, working here, and
that's a
playing with my band.
Big change for you, I guess.
It was, yeah.
Let me talk about this band, Infinitas. They just put out a new single, video clip. The name is Kratos, which is, I believe, is Latin, and it's supposed to be a fictional character from the mythical Greece, I think. Greek character, the god of war, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's doing really well. It's a well-written song, that's for sure. Well composed, really nice singer, which is the other girl named Mary Crane, which is doing a great job in this song, and it's doing great. Last time I checked in YouTube, I think it has at least 40,000 views.
Yeah, I checked this morning and I was like, yep, it's already up at 40,000.
I gotta keep looking every couple hours because it keeps going up. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, it's so cool to look every morning.
It's doing
After
great.
4 days, yes.
It's doing great, this song from Infinitas. And they do, what can we say? Melodic metal. It's a melodic metal band. They have a, Savannah plays the violin, which makes it a lot like little folk metal. I don't know. Savannah,
yeah.
How would you describe your violin in the band? What does it add to the mixture?
Yeah, so as you already said, we classify kind of as a melodic metal band. Some people say we're a folk band, but we wouldn't really say so because of the violin. You know, there are some folkish parts, especially in the older songs, but more and more it just actually works as a second guitar. So I play guitar riffs or something or stuff like that. It really isn't that folky kind of. I used to play a lot of folk. I still do, but it's nice to play in a band where doesn't always have that folk touch.
I was going to ask you, I'm not sure, I might be mistaken. Are you a violin maker also?
I am, yes, exactly. I'm a violin maker. I have a business here in Bern as well. And I'm making violins and playing them, which is so grateful that I get to do this. Yeah. So
you live in Bern and in the capital?
I do, yes. So I live in Bern and everybody else lives in Wittetal, which is like a small mountain village. Which is 3 hours away from me. So that's always a fun commute, but it's beautiful there.
I saw a couple videos and pictures. It's a lot of mountains and valleys.
Yeah.
It's a small town, I think, and maybe 4,000 inhabitants. Not that
Yeah,
much.
it's really small. I don't know how many, but yeah, it's small.
And also, all the other three members they live there?
They all live there. Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So you have no plans on moving with those other people?
No, I have to say, I like going there, but for me, I like to. I mean, I have a business here that I work and stuff, so I'm fine here in Bern. It's also a small city. I mean, it's not a huge. It's a capital, but it's very small.
Yeah, I don't know. Switzerland is a small country, but they have a lot of good music, a lot of bands. Besides watches and cheese, they got other stuff, which is especially music. They're doing a great job.
Yes.
Yeah. I was this band. I think got together. Self and Pity. They got together in 2009. That's when they put your band together, right? Infinitas.
Yeah. So they started off, they grew up together in the little village, and they got to know each other when they're like 14, 15.
Right.
And they started, they started in Infinitas in 2009 and took off from there, played gigs in Switzerland and kind of like in the region, and then just kind of got bigger and bigger. And then we switched musicians. I came to Infinitas 2019. Right. And Mary came in 2021, summer of 2021. And brought in a whole new creative wind.
Right. So how did you get into the band? They call you? You were looking for a band to play with, or like you said, you play in other bands before. You played music before. How did they get in touch with you? They I guess they needed a violin player, and somebody knew you, or how did you get in there?
Well, actually, I was playing. I think, who was that? I was playing in an Irish punk band still then. And then I think there was a video or something probably of me. And then they kind of got my contact through Facebook, and they kept on asking me every year because it seemed like they would switch their violinist or their musician. And it was always just too far away from me. And I was like, no, not yet. And then after I think 3 or 4 years of that, at some point I was like, you know what, I'll go check them out.
Yeah, see what they do.
And and it was cool. I had those, I think I needed those years, also to just to evolve with music and everything and get the experience, also stage experience. And it was a perfect time, to join the band then. And
no regrets. No regrets. No regrets. So how do you you come from the States, but why do you move to is your parents or your family who moved to Switzerland, or was your decision to move there studying, or how do you go to Switzerland from the United States?
Yeah, so my dad's from Oklahoma and my mom's from Switzerland. They met in New Zealand. And we were, when I was a kid, I was in Oklahoma, then Switzerland, back in Oklahoma a bit. And then when I was 10, my dad lost his job, and then we decided to move back to Switzerland. They were also just, weren't really happy with the school system and just everything. And they thought, okay, we'll move over. And it was a very exciting and sometimes also dark, or just, it was a tough time, transitioning, leaving all your friends back and everything. Right. But definitely opened a lot of doors, of course. And I think, you notice those things later, like when you grow up. As a kid, you're just like, this is horrible.
At least
why are you doing this to me?
There are no tornadoes in Switzerland that I know of.
No, it's just raining. It's raining as hell right now. I don't even know if you hear it, but it's crazy. It's been raining and raining and raining.
Oh, well, it's like in Spain, where I'm from, in Galicia, which is the northwest. It's raining and foggy, and it's very...
Oh, really? I imagine it being sunny and warm.
No. Where I'm from, it's just the opposite. It's like living in Ireland. It's always rainy, windy, and no sun. Only in the summertime. Yeah.
So now you're in New York. Hope it's better.
New York, it's not bad today, I guess. It hasn't snowed this year at all. Or last year either. It's unbelievable. I can't believe it. I'm happy. No snow. In Switzerland, you people, you got a lot of snow, a lot of skiing, a lot of stuff.
We do. Yeah, right now, it should snow next week. But right now it's just raining.
Is that what it makes the music there? Like the weather? Well, talking about your band, there's a lot of medieval stories, a lot of Latin words in your titles. there is a lot of middle age things going on. Is that the Self Barton's idea? I mean, he writes all the lyrics, right? About the band.
Yeah, he writes. He writes some of the lyrics.
Okay.
You know, it depends. Mary also wrote some lyrics. Kiri also wrote some lyrics.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of depends throughout the years. He wrote most of the music.
Mm-hmm.
And but yeah, as you recognized, like all our songs, they're named after a demon or some
Right.
sort of mystical creature, and it's kind of geared to stuff that we experience during everyday life. You know, what we fight with, our inner troubles, just stuff like that, and we portray it onto one of these demons or gods or whatever. So we make sure that all of our titles kind of follow that kind of rule. And we have like a story that goes through not only one album, but it's going to follow through three different albums. It's basically
most of them are conceptual albums, we can say,
exactly,
right?
Yes, conceptual albums, and they do take place in a medieval world.
Right.
Yeah, and they go through different settings in medieval worlds. I don't know if you want me to elaborate on this huge story or not, but
you could. I was going to ask if you're a avid reader about. Do you keep? You look like a person who reads a lot of stories.
I do. I love reading. Yeah. Is it my glasses probably, right?
Yeah, well, on stage, I haven't seen you with glasses. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I know. I can't headbang with glasses. No, but yeah, so it's actually, it takes place, our first album, there's this guy, Adlar, and he's in this medieval world, and his city is overcome by demons, and he has to flee, and everybody dies, the whole city is destroyed, and he flees from this city out onto the ocean, and he's faced with nothing basically, and he realizes, okay, he has three different options. Either he can look at everything and it's just horrible, negative, he lost everybody, you know, or then everything's wonderful, great, you know, whatever, doesn't care, carelessly keeps on going. And then there's a third option of being balanced, you know, between the good and the evil, and so for each of those three possibilities, we're creating an album. Our last album, Infinitas, was hell basically, so all the negative things that he's experiencing. And the next two albums are going to be those other two, of feeling balanced, and also the heavenly part of carelessness or whatever. So that's kind of our concept,
right? So you put out this single this week, Wednesday or Thursday, I think it was.
On Wednesday,
Wednesday, You. So are you writing new songs? Are you guys writing new songs for an EP or a long play LP in this year, like 2023? You have something already written, songs ready, or you're still working on it?
Yes, so we're writing songs. We've written actually most of the songs. We're just continuing to record them. The next single should be out in the next couple months as well. And we'll be releasing singles until, you know, how it is nowadays. You release more singles, and then in the end you have the album. But then we'll be releasing the album. I don't know exactly when we'll be releasing the album, depending how many singles we release, you know.
Right, you're still undecided.
But yeah.
Well, if they do as well as Kratos, I think you're doing a good job. It's going well. Your previous albums, they were auto-produced. Is this also going to be an auto-produced album, or you have some other way of producing the album itself?
Excuse me, I didn't quite understand the question.
Yeah, the album, is it auto-produced? Are you auto-produced the album yourself?
Like that we produced them ourselves?
Yeah, ourselves, like the previous album.
Yeah, well, no, the previous album was actually produced by Tommy Fetterli.
Oh, okay.
He was from New Sound Studios, plays with Corona and was part of Creator.
Okay.
Yeah, he also makes lots of all the LOAT stuff.
Okay.
So we produced with him and mixed and recorded everything. the last Kratos was also recorded as his place and then mixed with somebody else, Claudia Rodriguez. Yeah, and so we're trying to find a way that we could actually record even more in our band room, because nowadays with home recording, you can do more and more, and it's actually pretty decent. So we're working together with him to see how much we can record in our band room and then send to him for mixing, which, you know, it's cool to do in your band room, and it gets cheaper, but it's, you know, it's important to also have somebody there to help you produce it, to have tips of like, okay, yeah, try this out, how about switch this part of the song over here and stuff. So we're getting tips also from other musicians, from Elueti, for example.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about Elueti. Do you have any relationship with the singer, with Fabienne, or how do you?
Yeah, we're in good contact with them, because, you know, they're from Switzerland, and we actually played on their album release. When was that? In 2019.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, before COVID and everything. And then we asked Kratos, the singer, if he would feature one of our songs, and he was like, sure, definitely. He's on Tiamat, one of our songs.
Right.
And yeah, since then we've kind of been just working together, you know, learning from their experience. They're amazing people, all of them. Right. And yeah, they've had some inputs now for the drums and guitar and also singing stuff. Yeah. So
yeah, I think they're coming to the States again. I think this year again. I believe they're Beyond Tour coming to the States, I think, this year. LOBT? I think so.
Yeah,
I think so. Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I think I saw it somewhere. You play with a lot of other bands before, very known, I think. Burning Witches you play with, right? A couple of years ago?
No. Burning Witches? No, they don't have a violin, I think. No, I have, I used to play.
I don't mean you didn't play with them. I mean, you were in a tour.
Them, yes. Okay, I think I played with them.
I know you didn't play with them.
Okay.
You shared the stage.
Yes, we shared the stage. Yes. So that was a while back. I actually wasn't in the band yet. I think that's probably why I didn't get on there.
Okay.
I think that was probably a while back. Yes, but that was one of the highlights, I think.
Yeah, a couple of bands. Do you regarding touring? I guess it's really hard moving, traveling, and it's quite expensive. I guess also if you want to go through Europe, all the different countries, it's not easy. Do you have any plans of, I guess, going on tour after releasing the album, or you thinking of doing shows also before putting out the album itself?
We definitely want to do shows before it's just the album. You know, I mean, it's so important for us. I think that's one of our main motivations, also just to be on stage and connect with the people, and also, you know, after the shows, talk and at the merch stand and everything. And that's just really important to us. So that's why we really want to play shows. We're working together with our booker, Dirk Kleberger, right now. And he's once he has now our newest single, he can actually promote us a lot better now, because we only had Old Things was our old singer. Right. So we're really excited. You know, he has some stuff coming up, but it's not, you know, fixed yet. But yeah, hopefully a tour next.
Hopefully, right?
The next year would be awesome. Yeah.
Every time I look at you guys and see videos and clips and things and that, you always look upbeat. Up in your videos, you got like a very positive outlook. You know, how much of your happiness comes from music? Let's say yourself, Savannah.
I think, I mean, for me, music is like my life. You know, it gives me so much when I'm feeling sad, when I'm feeling happy. It's amazing how music just controls me, or can also, you know, be part of my emotions. And I think that's with all of, you know, of our band, we've grown up with music, and it's part of us. And yeah, if you would take it away, we probably wouldn't be what we are. But yes, I think it's very important just to be able to express emotions and feelings. And that's actually, it's nice that you say we look positive, because that's
Yeah,
exactly what we want to
positive.
portray. We really, our goal is to get people out of their, 9-to-5 job or whatever, and kind of like, or just kind of help them out of that, like,
No, because
kind of escape reality, escape normal day, and also ask yourself questions, and face your fears, face your trauma or whatever, because that's what we're going through, and we want to share these experiences and these with everybody else too, and have a positive view on the world, and share some love, and that's
It's like you look I don't, like a dark music, you gotta look sad because the themes are sometimes sad. I talk about demons, and you gotta have, you portray yourself like really angry or something. It's not that. It's like you're saying, it's a positive outlook.
Definitely. Yeah. I mean, that it sounds, the music might sound angry or whatever, or how people talk about metal music, but we're actually probably, really happy, positive. Yeah, I would say.
You know what I'm saying?
Really.
A lot of my friends, they don't listen to much metal or not even hard rock or anything. But when every time I talk about them, and they say, "Oh, you're gonna interview some metal band?" Yeah. Oh man, they always look angry. They they belong to the satanic temple or something.
Yes.
They got the wrong idea because they don't know. I guess it's just the way they
I guess it's one picture, of metal, and it's also cool, I mean, also.
I mean, it's nice. I like that, but
me too. I mean, like, I love going to like a black metal show, and like just the whole costumes and corpse paint and everything. It's also part of expressing something, and it's a piece of art, and it's cool. But it's it's not only that.
Like I play games with these people because I love Satan, I love this, I love that thing. From myself, it's like a game. Like, and man, you gotta be careful with the stuff you're reading, those books and that. It's like, come on, it's just a book. It's just a story. It's not. So I was going to ask you, Savannah, do you? I guess you went to music school. You went to a classical music school, or how do you learn to play the violin?
So I actually started with guitar, learning country songs in Oklahoma, of course.
Oh, okay.
Western guitar. And then when I was 9 years old, I started the violin, and I just took regular music lessons at school. And then I graduated from high school with a focus on music. And then I actually started, I went off into sciences and stuff, but I stopped that after my bachelor, and went into violin making, which, I got the woodwork part, and I also had violin lessons and orchestra there. So I would say up until 18, I was really classically trained. And then after I was like so into punk and metal, and so I wanted to use my violin with those kind of music. So that's when I started off, venturing off from classical. I still play classical sometimes, and I enjoy it, but
well, most of the metal players and metal singers, metal guitar, they all like classical music. They all
because they're so similar. I mean, there's just like how a song is built and the arrangements, and it's very similar.
I was going to ask you, when like you said, most of the lyrics, they're not all written by self, but most of them are. When he brings in those lyrics, who I guess he shows to the band, the members, and you decide what has to be changed, or give him ideas, or I guess the first thing you start with a harmony, with music first, and
so
later. Is that how it goes with your?
The lyrics usually come later, and he usually brings he'll bring the guitar and like the violin. And then he might look at it with Petey, the drums, and then the lyrics really come from different people. So he doesn't really, he's brought in the lyrics sometimes, or he'll say like, hey, this song, I was experiencing this music during this time, and then maybe somebody will write lyrics for that, or he'll bring in lyrics. But and definitely, we'll have in our input. So like, he'll, if I say, okay, I want to play something different here in the violin, or this is
Right.
like it doesn't match with the voice or something. Then we always, there's room for feedback and changing things up. And songwriting is a process that it isn't always the same, and sometimes it's from here and sometimes here.
Right. I was gonna ask you also. Do you always have any when you're writing yourself? Do you write songs that you have written but you keep them for later time? So I have this written, but I don't think it is good for the band. So maybe for some other idea that comes up later on, who knows, maybe a different band that I may play with, or myself, or some.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there are ideas that come to you, and just little, like for me, I just have like little small fragments of things that come to mind, and I record them or something. But
right, but like you say, well, this doesn't gonna work out well with the band, but maybe for later.
Yeah, you can use them for later for other bands, or it's cool to just have them on your phone or somewhere, or written down, or
right.
And it's fun to look back sometimes, like stuff from like 5 years ago, and like kind of recap of what you're going through then, or like,
and then you think, oh,
where did this come from?
This was stupid, maybe.
Yeah.
Do you also do singing? Do you take singing lessons also, or that's something that you didn't really?
Yeah, no, I don't sing in the band. I have another band where I sometimes sing a bit, but I don't. I think I took singing lessons when I was a kid once, but I had choir and stuff like that. No, I don't sing in the band. That's mainly Mary.
Yeah. Well, she's been doing well. She has a great voice.
Yes, it's amazing. She's really
yeah.
She's really, it's cool. And I mean, the growling, she actually really started learning that when she started with us in the band. And it's crazy like how she just
because she didn't do the growling before in other bands.
No, and it's crazy how fast she learned that. She's really cool.
She's doing a great job. Are there any bands for you that you've been listening to lately? Any music artists that they caught your attention, or like, do you listen to what's like popular right now? The music charts, or you don't really care about that stuff?
You know what? I listen to almost everything. Right now, what's something that I love to listen to? Opeth. I love Opeth, Leprous. I like prog metal kind of stuff. And then melodic metal kind of stuff is, Insomnium, stuff like that. LOAT. I love Nail the Viscaris, in case you know them. They're
I don't know them.
They're it's like a black metal-ish band with a violin. Tim Charles, he's a violinist, and I just adore his playing. It's crazy. I love it. That's one of my to-go bands.
Are there any violinists like from the 80s or 90s that you knew or you listened to, like, or even 70s? Because electronic violin players in the metal prog bands, I don't know, Eric Johnson or something like that. I don't know. Did you ever listen to those 70s or 80s prog bands?
Not that much with violin. No. I mean, there's one violinist that Martha Mook. She's small. She's really like not very famous, but is amazing. And she's older. She's an older woman, so she's actually she probably played in the 70s too, but not
right.
But it's amazing what you can do with the violin, and
it's like an extension of your arm. It's like when you play the violin. It's all one. I'm going to ask you a question regarding pop music. I don't know if I asked two other female metal singers the same question. So I'm going to ask you now that I have you, and see what your answers.
Okay.
Okay. I didn't want to mention metal singers, female metal, so you don't have to worry about if they're good or they're bad. So I'm gonna name I'm gonna name 4 female pop artists.
I might not even know them. So
I chose the ones that everybody knows.
Okay, good. I'm not always up to date.
Right, but I know you know them. You're gonna tell me the other according to your liking of these 4 female singers, okay?
Okay. Should you like thumbs up, thumbs down, or what?
Oh no, 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna put them in number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4 in your opinion, which ones they're the best.
Okay.
The best.
Okay.
Compare. No. I'm not gonna tell you what the other singers told me yet. So the first one is Taylor Swift. You know her. You know her. So
yep.
Number 2 is Lana Del Rey. Number 3 is Billie Eilish. And the number 4 is Beyonce. So you're gonna tell me in the order of your liking, which is number 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Okay.
Let's see if
actually, I'm gonna tell you, it's gonna be Taylor Swift is my number 1.
Wow, that's a big
not because of the music that she does now, but because when she was 16, she actually really had like hardcore, like actually country. It was country pop, but it was very country-like.
Yes.
And I'm a hardcore Taylor Swift fan.
Okay, so that already made it. It's totally different than the other singers. Okay.
But it's probably I love country and folk music, so I guess.
Okay, so because you're American, okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
And then
number 2.
We had.
You got Lana Del Rey. You got Billie Eilish.
And okay, Billie Eilish is pretty cool. I really don't listen to much of her music, but what I've seen and heard of her is pretty cool. I love her art. Beyonce has an amazing voice. Crazy. So that'll be 3. And then Lana Del Rey 4, because I really don't know that much of her music.
Okay. So
I'm that off the grid.
Okay, Savannah. So you totally, none of coincide with you. The other.
Okay.
Which, nothing wrong with that, because I love Taylor Swift. To tell you the truth, there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So
that's a good question. That's cool. You do that.
I just want to know, most of the metal singers, you were different. I like that,
What was their favorite? I'm wondering now.
Billie Eilish.
Oh, really? Yeah, that was number 2.
Taylor Swift was probably 3 and 4.
Yeah, I know. I can imagine.
that's like nothing wrong, because I like Taylor Swift. I tell you the truth. So nothing wrong with that. I was going to ask you regarding music business and stuff. It's too much AI, artificial intelligence. Like every time you do compositions, every day you hear songs you don't even know if they were made by a computer, or half of the song is made by a computer, or the lyrics are made by some artificial intelligence thing. Do you believe the way we're going, artificial intelligence may kill music in the future? AI.
Well, that's a good question. I don't think it could ever kill music, because it still creates
people will
music.
still listen to music, but it will be manufactured by a machine.
Yeah. I think that would be difficult for me, if we manufactured by a machine. Maybe I would connect, it would be interesting. I haven't actually listened to a lot of artificial intelligence created music. It would be funny, to have like a 4 or 5 songs and then see which ones connect and see if it's actually written by somebody or if it's actually, it could, but I don't think the way that our culture is, we're so connected to music and we need this and we grow up with it. I think it might be like culture is like neglected in so many ways in our society, but when we don't have it, then we realize we need it. And I think that's why AI couldn't destroy it. Like, that's not.
I was going to tell you, I listened to a couple songs created by artificial intelligence. Some of them I could tell, but one of them I thought it wasn't created by a machine. Totally.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like making me nervous now.
Oh, wow. Okay, I might have to listen to some songs then, actually.
If you look into that, there are a lot of songs really well made and well written. Some of them are really that poorly written, and you can tell the stupid lyrics.
Yeah.
they came up with, and you think it's impossible that somebody wrote this, but one of them caught my attention. I was going to ask you regarding your band. There are like you got like a supporter type, like a card, like with 3 levels. If they go into your what is it, Bandcamp? How do you get into? I know Infinitas, you type in Google and you can find your band. But I know you got some kind of level, like a membership thing going on with bronze, silver, gold.
Yes, the supporter card.
The supporter card, yeah.
Yeah, supporter card. It's like it's a little cardboard card, or a little, yeah, you can open up. It has a band picture. And then it's basically just an amount that you can donate money to help us, on the project that we're working on right now. So the last project was to record, or what we're still selling these cards for, is just to finance recording these singles and also making the music video. And then there's different levels of how much money you donate. You can also choose an amount that you want to, and then you can have one of these cards. They're actually limited to, I think there's still 50 cards. I'm not quite sure actually, but they're limited cards, so it should be kind of like a special thing that people can get and have it sent home. And yeah. So you can find them in our merch store.
Right. So if you go, what's the website? Well, you go to Infinitas, and from any, even Instagram, you can connect to that, right? Or any.
Yeah. Infinitasbands.com. That's it. Yeah.
Right.
That'd be great.
Great. I would suggest going in YouTube, and that video is great. Where was it that recorded? I see those like caves. What's that recorded in Switzerland, that video clip?
Yeah, it was recorded in Switzerland, probably maybe an hour or 2 away from where I live. It was in this forest. There's these caves and like this water, little streams and stuff. We were looking through like a different kind of cave things around Switzerland, because there are a couple. Just what would be ideal to film this video, and where you can also have a big space where you could put drums and stuff, and it has to be covered in case it's raining and stuff like that, which is really important. And you have to have the video team come to see if the lighting would be okay. And
how many days did it take for you to record this video? A couple days?
We actually did it in 1 day.
1 day?
Yeah. Yep, 1 day. It was a very long day. But it was really, really cool. We had so many people helping, and doing makeup and just being there for anything that we needed, and it was really cool. So do you have any new ideas for a new video? Or not yet? You're not. Well, we've recorded also one other. The next music video is in the making right now. I think we recorded that in 2 days, or filmed that in 2 days. There's like 2 different settings. So that will be released soon. Okay. So that's still in the making of it. But yeah, I'm excited. It's going to be pretty cool. Right. I saw it's already really nice. That's great. Do you have any plans on going to the United States this year, like traveling just for tourism, or going back to some relatives, or nothing yet? You have no plans of coming to the US this year? Well, me personally, I was back in October. Oh, you were visiting family, and I did a road trip over to the Grand Canyon. Did some camping there and hiking. Oh, it was amazing through the Southwest. Yeah, so I might be back this year, but as a band, we would like to come as fast as we can as a tour. That would be really cool. It's far away, it's expensive, but I know as soon as you can finance it, and I think touring and playing concerts is like also the biggest part, where you can connect with the people, and where you also earn your money through merch. Of course. That's so if you want to support us, buying merch is basically the most you can do, or coming to a concert. So of course, we definitely want to. I was going to ask you. I think I asked before the same question, but here in the United States, most of them they take a cut from the merch. Mm-hmm. That's but they don't do that in Europe, do they? They do, depending. Yeah, there's festivals and venues that do that. The bigger you get, or the bigger the festival or the venue is, the more they'll take. That's, it used to be that at least you would know, okay, merch is like my safe thing. Spotify, whatever, right. a penny or something. But now they're actually starting with merch as well, which is a shame. But that's why you also have to raise your prices. So if you see a t-shirt that all of a sudden it's like $35 and you're like, I would never pay $35, that's probably why it's so expensive. Which is important, because I also think sometimes when I'm at a show, like, okay, this is really expensive, but okay, that means the venue's probably taking a lot of it too.
Yeah, like for me, when I have no idea, I was like, man, these bands, they make so much money out of this merch. I had no idea. Yeah. Once I learn, now it makes sense. They have
crazy.
To make some money.
I also
just gonna give it away.
Yeah. It's happening. Yep.
It's happening. Have you ever been you never went, the band never made it to Spain at all, right? Not yet.
Nope. We haven't been to Spain. No, we went to Slovenia in Metal Days, but Spain,
right.
No. That would be a cool place to go.
Yeah, at least for the weather, but not where I'm from.
Not where you're from. Okay, yeah, I heard that. Not where you're from.
If you want nice weather, don't come to this house. And another question I was going to ask you: what is the worst thing ever happened to you on stage that you remember? Maybe forgetting the song you were playing, maybe a stomach problem that you have to leave for a couple of minutes. Problems. You forget the violin, because some people, they told me they forgot to bring the guitar, and they show.
I haven't done that yet. But you never know. Well, I think that stuff like that happens. You have blackouts during a show, or you fall over some cable or whatever, and stuff like that happens all the time. And it's so important. I have to learn, like, not to like hang on to those moments, but just keep on going forward, keep on looking forward, because otherwise you're gonna mess up the whole song. So if you have a blackout, just kind of the show and actually just really playing is like
going, right?
80% of it. No, I'm joking, but it's amazing how much that works. But I think there's this one show that we played at like maybe 12, almost midnight or something, and I ate at like probably 7 p.m. And all of a sudden, with all the adrenaline and everything, I was on stage and I was super dizzy. Like, I don't know, I couldn't like headbang or anything. I was just like this, playing my notes, waiting. And it was like one of the only concerts that actually had a break in between. And I was so happy that we had that break, actually, because after I was like, I got like some Coke or something to get some sugar out. But that was probably one of the most nerve-wracking. I thought I was going to like fall over during playing.
That's funny.
But I haven't fallen off the stage yet, so
not yet. Soon, maybe soon. No,
I hope not.
At least you'll be on the stage, which is a good thing. I was going to ask you, because a couple I spoke with a violist, a classic violist, and she had a couple she played violin also. I don't know how many violins do you have, or do you always play with the same violin on stage? Do you have different ones?
I have the same violin on stage just because it's an electric violin. But I have like an acoustic violin as well. Or two, my old one and the one I built for my final project. And then I have a viola. I play the viola as well.
Oh, you play the viola.
Play sometimes.
It's harder than playing a violin, the viola, because
it's different. It's different. It's bigger.
The strings are different. Separation, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bigger instrument, so it's a different tuning and different music that you read.
Right.
But technique is
the same.
Is almost the same. Yeah. There's there's different things, but it's
When you go around, move around with the violin, do you always it's like a something very personal that you always carry with you, like? When you go to the bathroom, you take it with you. I don't know.
Definitely, yes.
Do the same thing, right?
No, it is. It's valuable, and it's not only money-wise, but also emotionally. You connect all your experiences or your shows, or frustration that you had during practice, and all stuff like that with that instrument, which is
right.
It's always important to consider it. Where I also realize that as a violin maker, when customers come and they also have an emotional connection to their instrument, and that's very important to value that. It doesn't matter how expensive the instrument actually is in the end. And
Right.
Definitely.
But
So it's
at least
something I would have.
it's easy to carry. It's not like a drummer that has to carry the whole.
No, I'm glad I
It's
don't.
something small that you can move around yourself and
Yeah.
take good care of. That's what.
Yes, definitely.
When you travel the band together to play a show or something, do you get together in a vehicle, in a van, or you drive each one on your own?
Depends where we have our show. Usually we try to, we have a big, like a green van.
Okay.
And we usually just drive in that together. Because I'm farther off, I might take the train somewhere and meet them or whatever. But otherwise, we have our green band bus.
Okay. So when you practice, you all where do you get together with? You got some kind of studio nearby their town? Or
Actually, it's in Wichita, so in that small village where they
you have
live.
to travel. You're the
There's
one
like
who
a
has to travel.
Yeah, so I travel 3 hours with the train in there, or 2.5 actually now. But yeah, they have like a little small hut, kind of like a little mountain hut, and it's a band room in there, and it's really cool. So they practice, a couple times a week. And I usually go before concerts, or if something else, some event is happening, because I can't go there every week.
Right.
I practice at home, but
Practice at home. So what are the next plans for your the band Infinitas? What's coming up next?
Well, definitely releasing our next single then in the next couple months. Really excited for that. Just to show another, it's also just a totally different song, I think.
Okay.
I'm excited for that. And releasing other singles, and then eventually the album, and also just playing concerts. Hopefully now in the next festival season, after COVID, it's been kind of difficult to get in there again. Of
course, yeah.
You have shows and then they're canceled again. They're like a tour. We had a couple tours planned, but it all got canceled again because traveling and everything. But I think this summer is gonna be better, and we can really hopefully get those shows like definitely in there. And then hopefully tour. Yeah.
Great. I hope to see something's coming up soon from your bands. I mean, I've been listening to that song for now, I don't know, at least 10 or 10 times.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I did.
Well, thank you.
You know why? I got the time to do it. That's the thing. I by myself where I work. I by myself all the time. Nobody bothers me, so I put my headphones and I listen to music.
Oh, that's a great way to get to the music.
Bothers me. So I like 8 hours a day. I could listen to not just music. I could listen to a podcast or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I had time to listen. So listening to the song was like, it was a great song, Kratos. It took a while. I'm like always watching your social media and say, oh, it's coming, there's soon, there's the little clip, this other thing. Like,
it was a hype, yeah, I had to wait.
Like waiting and listen. One of these days I'll have to listen to it. Finally this week I listened, and it was a very, it's not like it wasn't unexpected, but I was expecting something different. So, and it's good.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
So
it means the world to us.
I'm happy. And I hope people go and listen to the band, because they put out different records, a couple of records before, EPs previously with different members, different singer, different violin. So listen to what they're putting out now, because it's not the same. It's different also,
This is really, I think we have our lineup is pretty solid now.
It's solid now.
All these changes and stuff, we realize this is really solid. And
so it looks like they get along together, I think. Yeah. Maybe who knows, maybe. No, I don't think so. They really they look happy together. So I just want to wish them the best this year.
Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure talking to Savannah. I had a lot of questions that we're going to leave for next time. When she has new stories about falling off the stage. Maybe, for example, something like that. Or she went to Spain and she didn't like it. Who knows? Things like that. She has stories that can tell me about, maybe Oklahoma, maybe the basketball team, they're not doing that well. Who knows? We talk about anything that she likes. I don't know. Do you like sports, Savannah? Oh, no.
I love hiking. I love being in nature, stuff like that. But I'm not actually into the whole, group sport kind of stuff. Not really. I played baseball when I was a kid, though.
Baseball.
T-ball, that was it.
Okay. And in Switzerland, you have to do hiking.
Of course,
it's a perfect place, nature and valleys and the mountains and the rivers and the lakes and everything. So just wish the band the best, Infinitas, and to all the members, they're doing a great job. I hope they put out new songs soon, new LP. They go on tour, they do all this and all that, and one day they'll come to America, and I'll see them in New York playing.
We will.
Radio City Music Hall.
Thank you so much. It's really been a pleasure to talk to you.
Right. And
it means the world of us to do this.
Thank you very much, Savannah, and thanks for everything, for showing up and listening to me, some guy that has no idea what he's talking about. So thank you very much.
Yes, he does. He knows everything.
A new interview with a new band, and like I always say, it's not that if you want to go and check it out, don't do it, because I cannot do better than this. So this is the best I can do. No need to watch anything else. See you next week. Thank you.